Mi gente, hola, ¿cómo están? Aquí otra vez en Aguanari Experience. Ahí en los comentarios de Aguanari Experience nos estaban preguntando, o acá cuando vienen también nos preguntan, ¿por qué las mariposas no vienen a nuestro cuerpo? No, así nos preguntan los turistas. Chicos, en algunos mariposarios, chicos, solo ellos compran lo que es las pupas, ¿no? Y nacen y los ponen en el mariposario. Mientras acá, chicos, nosotros les seguimos todo el proceso de vida, de empezar este huevo, larvas, prepupa, pupa y lo que es la mariposa. Entonces, aquí donde le ponemos aquí en el mariposario, ellos buscan su planta hospedera para que depositen su huevo, para que coman o buscan algunas frutas para que ellos chupen sus néctares o sus jugos. Entonces, chicos, en algunas ocasiones a los turistas van a venir algunas mariposas a pegarse en sus cuerpos porque ellos también necesitan de sales y minerales, chicos. Nosotros lo que sudamos, eso es algunas mariposas, pero en cambio en nosotros sí van a venir porque ellos no ya las mariposas son muy inteligentes, saben quiénes son sus dueños también, chicos, y algunas mariposas se apegan en los turistas, chicos. Eso es la pregunta que nos estaban haciendo y aquí tienen su respuesta, chicos. Nosotros todas estas plantas de aquí son plantas hospederas de las mariposas y ellos al venir acá ya buscan su planta hospedera, buscan sus comidas. Y esto también es grande, señores, mi querido público, es muy grande. Es por eso que no están las mariposas muy pegados, ¿no? Acá, porque esto mide 50 metros de largo por 35 de ancho. Eso es por eso que las mariposas están dispersas acá, están volando por todas partes. Pero cuando hay una comida, ahí están pegados ellos. Así que, chicos, espero que me entiendan y que por favor que me disculpen si las mariposas no vienen a pegarse en sus cuerpos. Chicos, muchísimas gracias.
Hi everyone, it's Brittany here with Awanari Experience, and sometimes we'll have guests ask, how come I don't have a butterfly landing on me? You know, I want a butterfly to land on me. Well, here at Awanari Experience, our butterflies inside our garden, they are still wild butterflies, which means I can't control whether or not they land on you or choose to land somewhere else. Now, one of the reasons, if you visit other butterfly gardens, the butterflies tend to land on you a little bit more than they might potentially here is because those other butterfly gardens, they aren't having a successful reproductive life cycle, that metamorphosis with those butterflies. They're not actively trying to breed them. They're importing those butterflies from around the world. Where here at Awanari Experience, all the butterflies you see inside our garden are actually native right here to the Peruvian Amazon jungle, which means all of their host plants are actually right here inside our garden. So they have plenty of food and options to land on and eat from. They don't necessarily need to land on you to be able to drink your sweat like they would in a different facility. And again, the reason why we have those host plants is because we are actively breeding our butterflies. And if you come down and visit us, you get to learn all about our breeding program down here. Another reason why the butterflies may not land on you as opposed to landing on me or my husband Alex, and that's because butterflies, scientists have discovered, are actually more intelligent than we gave them credit for years ago. Butterflies know who their primary caretakers are. So they know my husband and I, they know all of the workers here at Awanari Experience, but they don't necessarily know you as a tourist to know whether you are a friend or a foe. Another question that people often ask is, why is our garden so big? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of butterflies in here. And that is because, again, we have a very active and successful breeding program right here at Awanari Experience for a variety of different butterflies. And in order to ensure those butterfly species are happy and healthy to want to breed and lay eggs and continue that metamorphosis life cycle, they have to have a environment that they feel comfortable in. So some species of butterfly, like the owl butterfly right over there, they are solitary creatures. They only come together to mate. That is it. They don't want to be bombarded by a lot of other butterfly species. Other species, like the Elisa, which we are coming into their season right now, they like to travel together in big groups. So that's why our butterfly garden is so big. That's why when you walk into our facility here, you're not just bombarded by a ton of different butterflies. And again, that is by design because we are actively having a successful breeding program here, where at other butterfly facilities around the world, they instead purchase the butterflies as little chrysalises that come into their zoological facility, and then they display only the butterflies out there for people to see. That's not the case for every garden, but that is the case for the majority of them that I have seen. So they're not having a active reproductive display out there. They're not breeding those butterflies, so they don't need to have the host plants in their facility, and they don't necessarily need to make sure that the environment is correct for those butterflies to be able to breed and reproduce. I hope that answers your guys' question as to why the butterflies might not always decide to land on you when you are visiting our garden. Again, they are wild animals, so I have no control over whether or not they decide to land on you or not. Bye for now.